There's a lot of new faces here, so I'd like to take a quick break from the music and introduce myself. Also answer some of your questions. You may have seen me here, or here. Or you may have heard my music on these other platforms. Ultimately, I'm just happy you're here on this journey with me. If you're new here, please consider subscribing, following. It'll help me make more of these dreams come into fruition. My name is Avie Sheck, and I come from the foothills of the Himalayas on the Indian side. I come from a long line of classical Indian musicians, my mom being the one to give me the gift of music. Her name is Uma, I'm sure you've seen her in one of my videos. Growing up, my sister introduced me to R&B, rock and roll. She was just listening to all the cool music. I also was a part of several groups, rock bands, R&B duos, barbershop quartets, choirs, while also soaking up the teachings of my mom in Indian classical. And for those wondering, yes, we are putting out the Tame Impala full-length cover. It's just taking a little bit of time because of some clearances we have to get, but it is coming out. We also have some dope original music that we're working on, so really excited to share that soon as well. I started making videos back when I lived in Japan as a middle schooler. It's funny, I actually made my first few videos with George or Joji or Filthy Frank, as you may know him on YouTube. If you go to his page, Disaster Music, some of those early videos, it was just, us filming with like a handy cam. But that's kind of where a lot of the creativity with video and music came about. There was talent shows, and we just tried to make the next cool song within our friend group and try to build each other up and create art together. It was such a cool environment just because it's like no stress. We're just making videos in this little island in Japan. Anyway, my mom and I have always wanted to do music. It's just who we are. Our soul is full of music. We're born to do music. But it's not always been so easy. My mom had to forego big opportunities in Indian musical films. That's really how people break, or did break back then. Just because of the level of independence that women had when she was younger. And then she also had me and my sister, and then taking care of us. Not to mention, my dad had an international job, so, we were moving from country to country growing up. And like so many immigrants that come to America, we had to build from ground up. Take loans, work hard, and establish a life for us over here. So for myself, I spent the last 7 years of my life working as an industrial mechanical engineer, paying off my debts, saving enough money to live in music. And here I am. 7 months ago, I left my job and I've been doing music full time, and how crazy is it? Finally living my dreams alongside my mom. It's such a beautiful full circle moment. And by the way, for anyone out there that's thinking about being creative with the ones they love, do it. You're gonna make such a deeper connection doing that art. Not to mention the memories you're gonna make. And you're always gonna cherish these memories. You're gonna look back at them forever. So, what's my goal with this artist project? What am I trying to do? Well, I'm trying to put something out every single week, whether that's a cover, whether that's an original song, a music video, a silly skit, really anything I fancy creatively. I love doing this. I wake up so excited every single day, and I just have so many different ideas and visions. And while I am able to give myself a record deal, I'm going to try to give life to all these creative artist projects. I'm also writing for pop stars like Natalie LaRose, or doing a lot of writing sessions for big name producers here in Los Angeles. Writing for TV, commercials, movies, trailers. I want to see where all this can potentially take me, because it really can be a good living while you're trying to make your own art pop off. Ultimately, I want to be able to look back at this time of complete artistic freedom and be able to say that I created some of the best art of my life, my life's work. I've worked my ass off saving up for this dream, and now I'm finally living in it. I just want to do the best work that I can possibly create, and it's just really cool to see that you guys are enjoying it as well. We gonna milk this shit! Ultimately, I would like to make this something I can do for the rest of my life. But I'm also not beneath going back to work so I can finance my art. But here's where you can come in as well. Support me the way you already do. Show me love. Buy my merch. Anything and everything helps. And again, I can't thank y'all enough for being here on this journey with me. Now, to answer some of the questions that y'all have posed to me in comments. So one question I'm getting a lot is what my setup looks like. When I play outdoors, I don't use loop pedals. I don't have, a drum machine. I really pre-program drums, bass, sometimes even backing vocals. And then what I do is I use a Zoom H6 to record my vocals and my guitar when I play live. In my home studio, I just have a Rode K2 mic. I have an Apollo. I have these beautiful guitars, a Fender, a Breedlove, and I also have a Taylor Mini. I've worked as a producer for my college. I used to produce for my music department. So I kind of just put it all together in post-production. Where can you find my music? I will post a link in this video description. I also post one in the comments, but you can find my music on all linked bios. So like on my Instagram bio, on my TikTok bio, on my YouTube bio, there'll be a link tree that you can click on. That's gonna take you to all streaming platforms, all my social media. So regarding my mom's music, I'm actually in the process of recording a whole body of work for her. So we're hoping to eventually put that out, sometime this year, later this year. So watch out for that. My mom's trying to chill at this point. She's retired, she's worked her whole life. What we put out, it's kind of just our connection in music and we're sharing it with the world. So please don't be messaging my mom, looking her up. I would really appreciate you respect that boundary. So the photo in my merch is actually just a still of the iconic video that blew up on TikTok and Instagram. I think it has like 5+ million views now. But it's just me and my mom and Burfie, our dog, just sharing music. And the title is Share Art with the Ones You Love. You can find this merch on my link tree. So yeah, I'll be releasing a bunch of originals in collaboration with my mom, in collaboration with my friends. I'll also be putting out a volume of covers on my Spotify and other streaming platforms as well. Follow me on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, wherever you get your music. I should have covers and originals uploaded to these DSPs soon enough. Feel free to hit me up in the comment section with any other questions that I may not have answered. Thank you for the support. This isn't possible without y'all. Cheers. Yeah. And this is my creative producer. His name is Burfie. You may have seen him on a few videos here and there. This is the genius behind the creative production.